Hey guys, Ash here from C4 Tech, and today we've got the Realme GT Neo 2. So Realme has been on a roll. They've been launching some very good phones, and recently Snapdragon 870, that's been a kind of sort of budget flagship, if you can say that. We've seen Motorola come out with the Edge 20 Pro, which was very good value for money. It is last year's flagship chip in a new body with some new stuff thrown in at a very competitive price. Now, Realme is one-upping Motorola here. The GT Neo 2, it starts at 32,000 rupees, and it's got offers that bring the pricing down to 25,000. So a Snapdragon 870 for that price is just nuts. So what is it that they have to offer? Let's take a close look. So this is the box. Let's go ahead, open it up. Yay. And of course, regular Realme stuff, exploring the aesthetics of technology. We've got safety guide, quick start, and now here is the Neo. Let's go ahead, remove this, set it aside. Now remove this as well. So as you can see here, it says 64 megapixel matrix camera, whatever that means. This is a triple camera setup. We've got a 64 megapixel primary, a 8 megapixel ultra wide, and a 2 megapixel macro. So let's get back to this. Beat it up. This is the Neo Green. It's a nice back. I kind of like what they've done here. Now, apart from this, they also have two other options. One is the Neo Blue, which has a blue to yellowish kind of fade to the back. So basically what they say is these are all inspired by nature. We've heard that from Samsung in the past. But here again, coming back, the design is inspired by what you find in nature. So this is more of the green of the trees and leaves, whereas the Neo Blue is more of a sunrise based variant. And of course, the Neo Black has got to be the night. So anyways, I think it is something different, something that stands out. Some people are going to love it, some people are going to hate it. It is going to be interesting though. Anyways, moving on, we've got a case. This is a TPU case. I didn't think it would go really well with this back, but this is not offensive. It's fine, it's fair enough. Okay, then we have a super dart charger. So this is 65 watts. Followed by a USB Type-C to Type-A, or rather Type-A to Type-C cable. And then finally, we've got a SIM tool in the box. So that's pretty much it for the box content. So let's put all this away and get back to the GT Neo 2. So guys, we were out of juice, and here's where that 65 watt dart charger really helped. So I am back up and running pretty quick. You can go from 0 to 100 in about 36 minutes. So that's nuts, given that there's a 5000 milliamp hour battery on the inside. Now let's actually start with that. Since there is a 5000 milliamp hour battery on the inside, this phone is about 8.6 millimeters thick. It weighs in at about 200 grams. So it's not the lightest phone out there, but at the same time, it doesn't really feel hefty. It doesn't feel like a brick. So this is the camera app. So it's pretty traditional, typical Realme. We've seen all of this in the past. We've got your dual view video. We've got ultra macro, of course, that macro sensor there. A total dedicated pro mode. Now, some things that they've added here are, with the video mode, you've got some cool filters that kind of take a page out of Motorola's playbook. It's not exactly spot color because the color is picked for you, but it's kind of sort of like that. What you're seeing right now was shot using this. Apart from that, you can shoot up to 4K at 30 FPS and 60 FPS, flagship chip and all that. So it's pretty decent footage, initial impressions at least. Now with photos, again, there is reasonably good detail. The colors are okay. I would have liked a little bit more dynamic range, but again, very initial impressions. We've got some filters here for photos as well. As you can see, they are inspired by not exactly nature, but by the city and all that. They've got some different kind of filters. We've got a 16 megapixel selfie camera that seems to do a decent job again. So these were shot with the selfie cam. The portrait mode seems fine, and the images seem detailed enough, again, because as with most Chinese interfaces, this one comes with beauty mode turned on, that you'll have to turn off. But hey, it is what it is. So these are the samples. Now with that said and done, let's move on to the other aspects of this phone. So the display here is 6.6 inches. It is an AMOLED panel. This is what they're calling an E4 Samsung AMOLED panel. It seems to be one of the better panels out there. It is supposed to be 15% more power efficient than the E3 panel, but those are all just numbers. We will have a lot more to talk in terms of power efficiency and everything in the full review. For now, this is an AMOLED panel, Full HD resolution, Full HD plus. It's got 120 Hz refresh. That's where it tops out at. And apart from that, it has a touch sampling rate of 600 Hz. So it should be super smooth for gaming and everything. And again, there is pretty much nothing on the market a Snapdragon 870 cannot run. So expect the best experience possible with regards to usage and gaming. So let me quickly go into display. And of course, we've got a dark mode. We've got that option. Auto screen off, let's switch that. Screen color, it comes set as vivid by default. You can switch it around if you want to. Now going into more screen refresh, auto is what it's set to by default, but you can force 120 Hz, which is what I'm going to do, which is what I typically do with my during my testing. So this is Realme UI 2.0 built on top of Android 11. This phone should get an update to Realme UI 3 real soon. The base variant is 128 gigs. There's also a 256 variant, so it's 8, 128, 12, 256, DDR5 RAM, UFS 3.1 storage. And on top of that, we've got that gimmicky little RAM expansion option, which is up to 5 gigs over here. Could go up to 7 gigs. That's basically above 6 gigs of RAM on Android is really not useful, as in you're not going to notice any major difference. So 8 gigs is already overkill. You're not going to need any of these gimmicky RAM expansion stuff. So what else? What else? We've got stereo speakers to the top and bottom. It seems pretty loud, but there is no headphone jack over here, and there is no micro SD either. So let's quickly take a look around the device. We've got the dual SIM tray, primary microphone, USB Type-C port, and one of the speakers right here at the bottom. Now to the left, we've got the volume keys. Up top, we've got a secondary noise cancelling mic, and to the right, we've got the power key. This is textured, so it's easy to hit. The fingerprint scanner is built underneath the display, so that's not an issue. It's got glass to the front and back. The back kind of curves a little bit, making it a little easier to hold. And there's also a difference in texture here between these two spots, so it is a little different. Again, the camera hump is quite elevated, so typing, it is gonna kind of wobble. The case will elevate a little bit of that. The top, we have a earpiece here that doubles as the second speaker. So that's basically what you find around the device. The internal specs we've seen, but there is one thing worth noting. They have, Realme claims they've done some extras with regards to cooling. They've gone with a stainless steel vapor cooling chamber. Now, this is 4129 millimeter square. That's the surface area. It's supposed to be one of the biggest vapor cooling systems for smartphones. So Realme claims they've done really well. Now again, I don't know if we are going to be able to really test that out here, because Snapdragon 870, 865 plus, they were not prone to heating as much as the 888. Now the 888, on the other hand, it is an entirely different story. I have a detailed video coming up wherein we talk about how the cooling works and how one of the major brands, one of the biggest 888 launches in recent times, has very shoddy cooling. It throttles a lot. Which phone it is, what actually happens, we will talk about it in detail in that video. For now, I did test out the Realme GT Master as well. Realme is generally done well with cooling, so I have high hopes for this one. Other miscellaneous stuff include support for 8 5G bands, and there is Wi-Fi 6, NFC. So Realme have kind of gone all out with this one. So at 32,000 rupees, what do you guys think? How do you think this one stacks up, especially currently, given that it's going to be starting at around 25,000 rupees with offers and all that? I personally feel this is one hell of a phone, unless and until something goes totally wrong when I'm testing it. Some spec just doesn't translate into real world usage. I think this is going to be one of the best phones when it comes to pure price to performance ratio. So anyways, that's it for first impressions, quick look at the Realme GT Neo 2. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and if you have any questions that you'd like for me to answer in the full review, you know where to let me know. I will try my best to address it in the full review. So for now, thumbs up, thumbs down based on whatever you felt about the video. Subscribe, turn on notifications, hit that bell icon if you haven't yet, and thanks a lot for watching. Until next time, my name's Ash, you've been watching C4 Retech, and I'm signing off for now. You guys have a great day. Bye-bye. And I don't think it really goes well with this color background, but hey. Oh.